Greetings, people of Earth, and welcome to the third floor. Here we are for our NFL Tuesday night show. We're going to wrap up week 10 and take a peek into week 11. How y'all doing tonight, man? Not bad. Everybody's surviving. Everybody getting ready for the holidays. All that unwanted family coming over. But the good thing is 3 games on Thanksgiving. 3 games. The thing that's crazy is being here on the West Coast. I mean, Thanksgiving's Thanksgiving. You always start out early. The first game was always 12:30, but out here it's 9:30. The late game starts at 5:20. Man, it's like it's over at 8:30. It's still going. You know, Uncle Charlie ain't even passed out in a recliner yet. You know what I mean? But yeah, really looking forward to Thanksgiving for some football, man. Nothing like football. Before we get going, Monday was Veterans Day. Thank you to all my fellow people out there, veterans. Happy Veterans Day, and thank you very much for your service to this wonderful and beautiful country of ours, where we get to do this. Yay! So, get on with the show. I was getting ready, just before I came on, I was looking through some stuff from old shows and everything. I came across an old notebook. So I thought I'd open the show with this. Being it's NFL, and here we are. So if you like numbers, you like history, this is the place to be. Because these numbers are insane, folks. I wanted to get them on the ticker, but I was already running late. But I want to turn you on to the greatest football team in the history of football. Nobody better than these guys. Nobody. Okay, in 1920, in the APFA, the American Professional Football Association, the first champs ever crowned were the Akron Pros. Now, the Akron Pros, this is cool. This is really cool. All right, they were coached by L.G. Tobin. Okay, they went 8-0-3 that year. Now, 8-0-3. How's that the greatest team ever? Check this shit out. All right. So I went in and we found their season. They scored 151 points that year as a team. They averaged 13.7 points per game. That made them 6th of 14 teams. Okay. 14 teams in this league. And they're 6th as far as points per game. Here's the point. Here's where it gets really fucking crazy. Points against them. And would they play 11 games? They played 11 games. 7. Their defense gave up 0.6 points per game, making them first out of 4. 0.6 points per game in 11 games in a professional football. I know it's 20s, it's crazy, but think about that for a second. Now, I told you that. Here's what happened that year. Now, these first 4 games, Akron's at home. The Akron Pros are at home. Their first game is against the Wheeling Stogies. Where do you get a name? Where do you get a hold of these names here? The Wheeling Stogies. So I'm guessing they're from West Virginia somewhere. All right, Akron beat them 43-0. Then they went to Columbus. The Columbus Panhandlers came to town. They beat them 37-0. Then the Cincinnati Celts came to town. They beat them 13-0. Then the Cleveland Tigers came to town. Now pay attention. This is where it gets cool. They beat the Cleveland Tigers 7-0. Now they're going on the road to the Canton Bulldogs. And they beat the Canton Bulldogs 10-0. Then they're on to Cleveland to play the Tigers. 7-7. That's the only points given up all year is right there, and it's in a tie. They come home to the Dayton Triangles, and they beat them 13-0. Back to the Canton Bulldogs. Remember the Canton Bulldogs? We just played Canton Bulldogs. We beat them 10-0, right? Now we're going to beat them 7-0. Then they go to Dayton to play the Triangles. They beat them 14-0. Now this really gets cool. Now they're at the Buffalo All-Americans. 0-0 tie. Then they play the Decanter Staleys. 0-0 tie. Thus giving them an 8-0 and 3-year under Elgin Tobin, the Akron Pros. To me, that's the greatest team in football history. How in the world do you just shut everybody out? You give up a touchdown. You can't score more than one touchdown, so you tie. And that's the worst game of the year until you get to these 0-0 ties. I can't even picture what these games must have looked like to be in the stands. Well, but they probably in the stands, probably stood around. But could you imagine what was going on here? What a freaking scene in the 1920s, man. Unbelievable. That's pretty stout. What do you think, folks? Live chat's up. Get in there and let's go. Let me see what we got going over here. Oops, I forgot something. Yeah, I forgot something here. The live chat's up. Live chat is up. All right, man. Here we go. I'll get it started. Where'd you go, everybody? Everybody left. I'm only kidding. Thanks for everybody for being here. Really cool. Yeah, just you like numbers. This is the place to be because I got numbers coming for you. I got a couple shows planned now. Now that I found that book, we can do a lot of good shows. Top five kickers, top 5 quarterbacks, top 5 running backs, top 5 tight ends, top 5 defenses, top 5 Super Bowls, all coming your way on the 3rd floor because that's where we do it. Okay, so we're going to get the show started again. It'll be the second time I'm starting the show. Jet fans. Wow. You know, being a Bucks fan all these years, man, I know pain. I know embarrassing pain. Hard pain, man. Long road for Tampa. But I feel you, Jet fans. I understand. It's probably not only is it one of the bigger stories in the NFL this year of what's going on with the Jets, but I got to be honest with you. You know, I'm old school, and I'm looking at this team, and I'm like, man, this got some sad ass coaching, man. They are not prepared. They're just this, they're that, man. They just look lethargic, man. I don't know, man. At the rate they're going, they only might win maybe 2 more games all year. I don't know. And it sucks because, you know, I understand the passion of fans. You know, when you're a Yankee fan, that's a tough road to be on as a Yankee fan. Now, there's Yankee fans and then there's Yankee fans. All right. I am a Yankee fan. Passionate. I love my Bucks, man. I love my Bucks to death, and it's hard sometimes, man. You know, I'm looking at my team and I'm like, of all the things that I'm worried about this year is my fucking defense. How can that be? This is Tampa Bay. We were built on defense. Defense is our fucking that's our thing, man. That's us. You know, when Monty Kiffin was here with the defense, 10 straight years Tampa Bay was in the top 10 defenses of the year, and 8 of them they were within the top 5. I mean, so offense, I begged for offense. Begged. We had some decent offenses, don't get me wrong. I mean, you can't go wrong with Warrick Dunn and Mike Allstott and but we've had a run of quarterbacks too, man. Some quarterbacks that left here went on and won Super Bowls. Other quarterbacks came here and won Super Bowls. You know, we still looking for that drafted quarterback to take us to the promised land. We never seen that. We're probably never going to see it. Well, you never know with Tampa Bay. Who knows? But but my point here with Jet fans is be thankful you're not a Giant fan. I mean, that's the best I could do for you. I mean, seriously. But no, I feel bad. And, and sometimes I feel really bad for those that I know close and I care about, like Johnny Basement. Check it out. He's here on YouTube. Just type in Johnny Basement. You go right there. You can come hang out with us. Be chill if you go in there, man. Don't be a jerk. You could be a jerk here, but don't be a jerk there. Because I really don't care. Live chat. Chat it up. Where are you from? Who you got? What's going on? How are you? Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate you. Yeah, I mean, I went back into there the other day, and I sat out the World Series in the basement, and I told him, I said, hey, out of respect, because I was fucking crazy. I said, I don't want to be in here. I could, and I made a joke, and everybody thought that my wife left me. I was so bad. And I was like, no. When I met, she was like, is this fucking series over yet? I'm tired of listening to you in there. Yeah, well, passionate, man. Passionate. So, anyway, all right, we're going to get into the leaders. We're going to get into last week. Let's recap it. Last week we did a reversal. Remember last week, we were 13-3 on the over and unders and had like a 4-10 or something in the picks. It was horrible. This week we flipped it. We went 10-4 in our picks this week, and 7-7 in the over and unders. Not bad. That's one of our best weeks picking. I was like shocked with the over unders though. But what are you gonna do? But our winning teams last week were the Bucks, the Panthers, the Saints, the Broncos, the Steelers, the Vikings, the Pats, the Chargers, and the Eagles. I think the Eagles was the easiest one on that list. Yeah, so not too bad. Let's see how we do this week. Some great games coming up. But week 10, we had the Giants. Whew. Like I said, Jet fans, at least you ain't a Giant fan. I don't think I've ever seen a game lost like that. I don't think I ever seen that in overtime. I don't think I'd never seen that. And especially with this year's kickoff thing. How do you fumble? There's nobody near you for like an hour. It takes them an hour to get down here. They got to kick and wait for the ball to come down and all this other. How do you fumble that? Wow. Talk about losing a game. So, hey, we had the Panthers, man. No problem. So the Panthers go to London. So it's between, I'm sorry. That game was in Germany. That was in Germany. So 20-7, Panthers over the Giants. Then we got the Bears, embarrassed by the Patriots. The Patriots 3-7, knock off the Bears 19-3. God, that's just horrible. Now they're calling for everybody's head in Chicago. Insane. Absolutely insane. Sorry, guys. Like I said, I'm the only one here, so I'm going to put that there. All right. Where were we? All right. Yeah, a lot of problems in Chicago. All righty. Then we move on to the Bills and Colts game. This started out like, hey, Colts might forget it. All done. Second half, see you later. They knock them off 30-20. Vikings and Jags. I didn't see any highlights of this game. I didn't see anything of this game other than the score of being 12-7 in Jacksonville, the Minnesota Vikings. Did I miss something in this game? I mean, weren't the Vikings putting up at least 30, 40 points a game? 12 points. I don't know what's going on there, but Vikings over the Jags in Jacksonville, 12-7. Now, I'm like the rest of you. I'm tired of fucking Kansas City winning games. It's not the fact that they're winning the games. I mean, it's the way they're winning games. I watched that field goal block at least, I don't know, 20, 30 times. And I can't think of anything other than they just let them block it. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, is it that bad? Or is it that blatant? There were so many things wrong with that setup. I kicked for when I was in high school. Uh, my freshman, no, I'm sorry, my sophomore year, I was a kicker, and I know that setup. I've been there a bunch of times, and nothing looked right. Even on the line, guys were out of place, and they just like walked in and blocked. See you later. I don't get it. I don't get it. Shit is really, really strange with Kansas City. Chiefs knock them off 16-14. Unbelievable. That game, I don't know. What are your thoughts? Put it in the chat. Let me know. What do you think about that Kansas City block field goal? Legit? Falcons Saints. I was a Saints fan, and thank you, Saints. Appreciate you. 2017 over the Falcons, bringing them down to 6-4. Tampa Bay's just got to run. We got to run the table. Got to run the table. We're off this week. Got a bye week. Nice week to have a bye week, especially when you get into the stretch and you're fucking struggling like these guys are. Hell yeah, man. Thank God for the bye. But thanks for the loss there, St. Louis. The Saints knocking them off 2017. They moved to 3-7, and the Falcons go to 6-4. The 49er Buck game. I don't know. I went over the Tampa Bay thing earlier when I opened the show. I don't know. It's just no defense, and I cannot believe that this team has an issue with fucking defense. I cannot believe that. That is incomprehensible to me. Makes zero fucking sense why the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are struggling with defense. Like I said, this team was built on defense. First draft pick, Leroy Selman, defense. Okay, what's that tell you where the team's thinking of going? Build the defense. Steelers and Commanders, man, what a fucking game! Great game. Got lucky to catch the end of it. Oh man, what a game! What a game! What a fucking game! That was a good game. That's how football should be played. 28-27, Steelers over the Commanders in Washington. Steelers moved to 7-2, and the Commanders dropped to 7-3. But they still got they're okay. And then we moved to the Titans and Chargers. 27-17 there. No surprises there. Not really much to talk about there. Jets at the Cardinals, 31-6. I think I talked enough about that. Eagles, Cowboys. Wow, man. Hey, Jet fans, at least you're not a Cowboy fan. You got to look at the positive side right now, Jets. Jet fans, you got to look at the positive side. You're not a Giant fan. You definitely ain't a Cowboy fan. That is embarrassing as fuck, man. 34-6. Eagles move to 7-2, take over first place technically or whatever. I don't know how they got it listed, but they're 7-2. Washington 7-3. The Cowboys drop to 3-6. Lions and Texans. Man, Texans just forgot to play in the second half. They just forgot to play in the second half. They had them at one point by 17. Final score 23-26. Lions find a way to win it. That Dan Campbell, man, he got that team fucking playing some football, man. They're going to be a tough out. If they're even out. They're fucking legit. They are beatable. Tampa Bay beat them. Adam, what the fuck happened Monday night with this game? What happened to the Rams? Playing the Dolphins at home. Rams dropped to 4-5. Dolphins moved to 3-6 with a 23-15 win on Monday Night Football. That was a hell of a week 10, man. And your teams that were off were Packers, Raiders, Browns, and Seahawks all had the week off. And that brings us to week 11, my friends. Oh, boy, where we at? At least we're not going to London or Germany or Japan or Mars and playing football this week. At least, we got we got some we got good games coming up, man. And starting off on Thursday night, you couldn't ask for a better matchup coming off. Washington at Philly. 7-3, 7-2 at Philly. So, all right, that brings us to our week 11 picks. You want to put some picks in there? Go for it. You don't like what we're picking? Let us know. You're here. Miles will chat. Miles will subscribe. Miles will follow. Miles will rant. Miles will subscribe. Subscribe on the Rumble, and we got some gifts for you. Hit that $sign. We appreciate that. Help us out. Cash App, PayPal. It's all there for you. Every little bit helps, man. We do a lot to bring you the show. You really don't know what goes on behind the scenes. A lot of work. Let's take a look at I'm going to take a look at our leaders before we do our picks. You got Joe Burrow leading in passing yards, 2,672 yards. Lamar Jackson at 2,669 yards. Kirk Cousins, 2,634 yards. Geno Smith, 2,560. And Baker drops from first to fifth with 2,505 yards. And he's having a hell of a fucking year, Baker. I mean, there's a couple guys having a really good year, but passing touchdowns, you got, let's see, Lamar and Burrow are tied at 20. No, I'm sorry. Jackson, Burrow, and Mayfield are all tied at 24. Sam Darnold, 17. Josh Allen, 17. Receiving yards, Chase, 981. Jefferson from Minnesota, 831. McLaurin from Washington, 711. Wilson from the Jets, 704. And Flowers from the Ravens, 688. Your passing touchdown leaders are Chase with 10, St. Brown with 7, Kittle with 7, McLaurin with 6, and London from the Falcons with 6. Rushing yards, Derrick Henry staying ahead of Barkley, not by much, but he has 1,120 yards. Barkley has 991 yards. Hubbard of Carolina has 818 yards. Jacobs from Green Bay, 762 yards, and Robinson out of Atlanta, 748 yards. Rushing touchdowns, Derrick Henry, 12. Jalen Hurts, 10. Cook, 8 from Buffalo. Williams out of the Rams, 8. And Montgomery for the Lions, 8. Interception leaders are McKinley for the Pack with 6. He's tied with Josephs from the Lions. Branch from the Lions is third with 4. Man, that's 10 interceptions for 2 guys, man. And, whew, Lions, man. Good Lord. Humphrey for the Ravens with 4, and Murphy with the Vikings with 4. Defensive tackles, Franklin at it for the Colts, 105. Baker, 100 for the Cardinals. Colts Cross, 98. Ravens Smith, 97. And Wilson from the Bengals, 96. Your sack leaders are Hendrickson from the Bengals at 11. Lawrence of the Giants with 9. Fowler from Washington, 8.5. McDonald from the Jets at 8. And Walker for the Jags at 7.5. Those are your leaders as of this moment. Okay, here we go. Let's get our picks. Dun, 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 dun. Let's see. Where are my picks? Jesus. Boy, I tell you, I got to come up with a better system. What do you think? Put it in the chat. You think I need a better system? Who cares? We do the best we can. Thanks for being here. Like, share, follow, do whatever you got to do. You're here. Please do it. Checking in, checking out. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit everything. Help us out here. Every little bit helps. Week 11, we start off Thursday night, like I said, with an unbelievable game in Philly. City of brotherly love. I hate that fucking city. Filthy Philadelphia. Thursday night, we're going to take Washington plus the 3.5, 48.5 over under. We're going to take the over. We got the Colts plus 4. I'm sorry. Bah. Colts and Jets. We're going to take the Colts plus 4. How are the Jets favored by 4? That's like a gimme bet right there, man. So we're going to take the Colts plus 4, 43.5. This is going to be under. I don't think either team is going to be doing any type of scoring. Then we got the Ravens Steelers. Another great game, man. There are so many great games. There's a lot of great games this week, man. Important games, too. Ravens at the Steelers. We're going to take the Ravens minus the 3. You got a 47.5. We're going to take the under here. This is going to be a defensive game, man. This is going to be another good game to see. Big battle in the trenches in this game. So we'll definitely take the under in that game. And then we got the Vikings at the Titans. I mean, this is no brainer. I don't know what's going on with Minnesota. 12-7, maybe that has something to do with them only being a 6-point favorite. And then you got a 39.5 over under. We're going to take the over there. But we're going to take the Vikings minus the 6. I don't know. They make the numbers. I'll go with them. Then we go to the Browns at the Saints. We're going to take the Saints minus 1. Helped us out last week. Miles will ask him, why not win again? Saints minus 1, 43.5 over under. We're going to take the over there. Moving on to the Jacksonville goes to the Lions. This should just be a mop job. We're going to take the Lions minus 13, 47.5 over under. We're going to definitely take the over there. I think the Lions could put 47 up themselves. Watch them win this game 47-0. And then we lose by the hook. But we're going to take the over there. Then we got the where are we at? We got Packers-Bears. Thought this would be a good game a couple of weeks ago. Now it's just going to be a wash. So we're going to take the Pack minus 6.5. You got a 40.5 over under. We're taking the under here. Then we got the Raiders-Dolphins. And we're going to take the Raiders plus 7.5. I like the points here. I think Miami's going to win the game, but I don't think they'll cover. So we'll take the Raiders plus 7.5. You got a 44.5 over under. We're going to take the over. Then we got Rams and Patriots. We're going to take the Rams minus the 5. 44.5 over under. We're going to take the under here because apparently the Rams can't score anymore. And I really don't see the Patriots putting a lot of points up on the board. So that's actually a really good over-under there, 44.5 for that game. So, in case you're wondering. Those are the early games. Then we move on to the late games, starting with the Falcons going to Denver. We're going to take the Broncos minus 2. There's a 43.5 over-under. We're going to take the over. And then we go to this is going to be a good game here. It's actually right down the street from me where I'm at. Seattle at San Francisco. We're going to take Seattle plus the 6.5. I like the number. I like that 6.5. I like that. 49.5 over under. Let's go over on that one. Then we got another. What are the refs going to do in this game? What's the NFL going to do in this game? What shenanigans is going to happen in this game? What are we in store for when Buffalo plays host to Kansas City? Now, it is a Kansas City road game, so maybe those, I have no idea. I'm staying it safe. I'm going to take the Bills minus 2.5, 45.5 over under. We're going to take the over. It's kind of unusual that, I guess it's the home thing, but I'm pretty psyched to see what the fuck's going to happen. I mean, they might have really scripted this one. Just fucking around, but look at that fucking field goal again. Look at that block field goal again. And then go back to the Cincinnati game and look at the 3 face masks all at the same time. And you start to wonder. And that brings us to Cincinnati. Cincinnati goes to LA to play the Chargers, and we are taking the Chargers -1.5, 46.5 over under. We're going to take the under. And then on Monday night, we have the Texans going to the Cowboys. No brainer. We'll take the Texans 8. What is that? The line moved. Okay, it was 7. Now, no, the line dropped. I have it at Texans -7.5. On the number just moved, but we have -8, so we're going to take the 8. Texans -8, 42.5 over under. We're going to take the over there. Kind of hard not to think that they won't have a field day with the Cowboys. No quarterback. I mean, yeah, Cowboys got issues. Cowboys have some serious issues. All righty. Yeah. So we'll see. Good week. Now let's take a peek. Oh, I'm sorry. Your teams on a bye this week are Arizona, Carolina, Tampa Bay, and the Giants. Tampa Bay comes back against the Giants, so that's pretty cool. But let's take a peek at week number 12. Let's take a peek at 12. Let's see what we're looking at 12. Thursday night is the Steelers at Cleveland. The Buccaneers are in the Meadowlands. The Lions are going to Indianapolis. The Titans are going to Houston. The Patriots are going to Miami. Cowboys play the Commanders. Vikings and Bears. Chiefs and Panthers. Broncos and Raiders. Cardinals, Seahawks. Niners, Packers. And then your Sunday night game is the Eagles and Rams. I wonder if they'll flex that. They probably, I mean, maybe, I don't know. That's a weird one. And then Monday night is the Ravens at the Chargers. And then your teams that'll be off week 12 will be Atlanta, Buffalo, Cincinnati, Jacksonville, New Orleans, and the Jets. Boy, I bet you they couldn't wait for a fucking day off. Or a week off, rather. So there you go with that. Okay. Put that back there. All over here. No one wants to chat? Okay. No one wants to chat. Okay, don't chat. Where are you watching at? Let me know where you're watching at. You watching me on Rumble or YouTube? Rumble. Come on. You're here in Rumble. Like, follow, and then let's chat it up. Let me know what you're talking. Who's your favorite team? Who's your favorite team? Put your picks in. Anything. That's what we're here for. Bullshit and talk football. I mean, that's what we're built. Or there might be a lady out there. I met some intelligent female football fans, for sure. So, yeah, we're here waiting to chat. So there's your week 11 picks. I did, when I was doing the ticker, I forgot to include where we stand in our picks overall. So I did the quick numbers, and this is where we're at. In our picks this year, as of right now, we are 81, 70, and 1. On our over and unders, we are 88, 63, and 1. So as a combined, we're 189, 133, and 2. Not too bad. That's, I don't know what the winning percentages is there, but we're hot on the over and unders right now. The picks, they'll pick up. I think we're going to have a really good week this week. I liked all my picks. They're solid. I really looked at the numbers hard, and I think we're going to be just fine this week with picks. And the over-unders look like good. They look good. When I was looking at that, the one thing I forgot to look at, I usually spot the weather game. And I didn't really spot a weather game this week. But if I was going to pick a weather game, it would probably be the Bills in Kansas City as the weather game. maybe keep an eye on that. See what the weather's going to be. Times are changing up there. I mean, seasons are changing up there. It gets pretty fucking cold in Buffalo right about now. I'm sure they get their fucking tits frozen off up there at Buffalo Mafia. But anyway, while you're here, please like, share, follow, do all that stuff. Rant, hit the $, subscribe. We got merch coming. Just waiting for Amazon to deliver it. So if you hit the subscribe to us, we're going to send you a gift. Hit the $, give us a donation, and we appreciate that too. We're going to put all the stuff up. Like I said, in the descriptions, and when you look in the descriptions, you'll see my wife's handbags design, her handmade designer bags. This is one of them here. It's a nice, like an office. She makes matching stuff for kids too. So you go on her link, you'll see that, and a whole lot more stuff. Read her story. It'll make you feel good to help her out. It definitely would make you feel good to help her out because she has a great story there. 25 years we're together. So that's got to say something, right? But anyway, yeah, check that in the descriptions. Bowser Bros painting is in there too. That's in the Sacramento, Oakland, Berkeley area, San Francisco area here in California. They're local guys. So I know it's like kind of limited to a certain, but hey, people listen all over the country right now. Yeah, so you never know. You might have a friend out here or a family member and need something painted. Tell them, hey, whatever. Mention the third floor, you get 15% off your first job. Like I said, we got merch coming. We got merch coming for those who subscribe. And we're also going to have the links and all that to put all the bags and everything together. But yeah, we got some cool stuff coming. So definitely hang out with us. Subscribe so you know when I'm coming on, because I was supposed to be on at 8:15, but I got tied up doing something and just, so maybe I need a reminder. I should put a bell on mine. But yeah, so check us out. We're going to be here all the way through the end of the NFL. Coming up, what do we have coming up? I'm trying to think. What do I have coming up? I think we're doing a show. I'll put an advertisement out like I did today. I'll put another one out tomorrow. I think we're going to do I'm going to do a top 5, and I'm also going to do a spotlight. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a top 5 and a spotlight show. That's what I'm going to do. I'll surprise you with the top 5, and I'll surprise you with the spotlight. Basically, what I'll do is I'll break down a top 5 of something that I think, in my opinion, are the greatest. And in the spotlight, I just take an athlete and I throw every single number you can imagine at you. So if you like numbers, especially like baseball, football numbers, stats, and all that other stuff, I get real deep into it. So maybe I'll just show off my my research ability with the with an upcoming show, top 5 and a spotlight. Matter of fact, let's do this. Let's do a top 5. We'll do the top 5 running backs of all time, in my opinion, and I'll do a spotlight on Mariano Rivera. There you go. I'll do that. That shouldn't be too hard, right? But anyway, yeah. So, Jet fans, like I said, at least you ain't a Cowboy fan. At least you ain't a Giant fan. Hang in there, guys. I mean, just hang in. I know it's fucking frustrating. I know. But remember, it's our team. Whoever we root for, win, lose, draw, it doesn't matter, man. At the end of the day, it's just a game. But sometimes our passions and our pride and our ego get in the way of all that stuff. And we get passionate, man. We get crazy. I mean, I was running this. You see behind me, I was fucking all over this fucking room when the Yankees were playing the Dodgers. Yeah, I was more active than Boone, actually. But anyway, it's a tough road. And the NFL is a long season, man. It doesn't sound like a lot of games, but it's a long season. You know, guys get hurt, guys get traded, crazy shit happens. What are you gonna do? But really, I personally, my personal opinion about the Jets is this: they they are sadly coached, and I mean that, and I mean that, and I don't know how mean I could be about it, but to me, um, they're just sadly they're really badly coached, and I think what has to happen is you got to clean house. You got to clean house. But when do you pull the trigger on cleaning house there though? Now, end of the season. I mean, right now, can you pull the plug? I don't know. Right now, Jets are a mess, and their buddies right there. They share the same stadium. Maybe it's something with the stadium. I don't know. But right now, they're both going in the same direction, and that's down. And they're bringing a lot of fans down with them, man. And that's a rough fan base. You know, I know lots of Giants and Jet fans. Uh, I would say Giant fans aren't as fucking crazy as Jet fans, but it's fucking close. It's fucking close. But anyway, a shout out to um, Joey Logano, NASCAR three-time champ on Sunday. Nice run, Joey. I watched the end of that race. That was really a nice run. He held them off deep, man. It was a good race to the end. And Joey got in there a couple weeks ago with a disqualification, which propelled him into the playoff position that he was, and he ran and drove his ass off for that championship. Uh, I like Joey. I like Joey Logano. He's not my driver, but I liked Christopher Bell this year. I think he got fucked, but that's what you got to do. You do what you got to do. But yeah, hats off to Joey Logano, three-time NASCAR champ. That's not an easy championship to win by any stretch of the imagination, man. That's a whole another level of winning championships, my friend. Uh, yeah, traveling around about 160 miles an hour for 3 or 4 hours every fucking Sunday. That's not an easy ride, Brett. But congratulations, Joey. Good to see you. Rangers are hot. They lost 6-4 to the Winnipeg Jets, who are right now I pretty much the best team in hockey. They're playing some really, really, really good hockey. So the Rangers looked a little flat a couple times, but hey, this is a long season too, so I think the Rangers will be all right. I look for them to be going for a cup this year. They keep their act together and keep playing good. Um, we'll see. We'll find out, but time will tell. All right, so we're gonna wrap it up and get on out of here. Thank you all for stopping by. Appreciate you very much. Um, we couldn't do it without you guys, and like I said, we appreciate you guys very, very much. And whoops, like I said, folks, should I get a producer? I could do it if I had the. Never mind. We got the thing for the audio. We're working on the video and the other stuff. Like I said, I got OBS. The OBS you downloaded. It's supposed to be for to help you stream and do the split screen. I can't figure the fucking thing out. It's so complicated. So I gotta get somebody in here to help me just get everything set up one time so I can just roll. Because I want to bring you so much more, you know. I want to split the screens, show you some highlights, put some stats up and shit like that. You know, I want to look professional. I'm doing the best I can with everything else, but I'd like to add to the show. And as we add to the show, bring in people. So the more people we bring in, the bigger our audience gets. So eventually, tell your friends, tell everybody, check out the Nutty Guy on fucking Tuesday nights and every other night whenever he's on. Like I said, there's a lot of prep behind here, man, that goes on for one of these shows. A lot to do before one. So we're doing the best we can. We love you and appreciate you for stopping by. We would appreciate it if you would like, subscribe, follow, and yeah, all that other fun stuff. And if you could help the show, man, we would really appreciate Like I said, you already helped us get with some merchandise, so you already gave us some money. We're trying to give back to you. Like I said, you'll dig it as soon as the guy gets here. Um, so anyway, yeah, merch on the way, and check out the old lady's handbags for sure. The links are in the description. Everything's in the description. Go in the description, read that, and come on back when we come. Again, we'll be here definitely next Tuesday night. We're going to try to be on time, 8:15. That's Pacific time, 11:15 Eastern, and you can figure it out in the Central. Yeah, Tuesday night NFL show all the time. We got the Friday night show coming up. We are going to do it this Friday, but things didn't work out, and I had to go to an improv practice. So yeah, sometimes life gets in the way, but we're going to do our best not to do that. We're going to stay consistent for you. We're going to put some ads out there so you know when we're going to be on, so you can show up on time, like me, or not. Either way, we love you, folks. So we're going to get out of here. Again, we thank you so much for stopping by. Hope you come back again. Hope you tell somebody. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the follow. Rumble, love you deeply. And thank you. So until next time, folks, when you come to the third floor, remember to bowl up, to bong up, and then beam up to the third floor. We'll be here hanging out, just waiting for you. Hanging out in time and space.